Trump goes off, exposes report Obama wanted buried. President Trump has done an amazing job of exposing the faults of the Obama administration. His newest statement about a report that Obama buried is going to be a game changer. We know there has been unfounded speculation over Trump working with Russia to, quote, hack the election. No evidence has been shown this to be true. However, it was recently uncovered that Obama knew that the Russians were interfering in our government back in 2014, according to Fox News. Yet apparently he chose to willfully ignore this fact because he didn't want to upset the Russians. President Trump released this news through Twitter. His tweet stated, according to report just out, President Obama knew about Russian interference 3 years ago, but he didn't want to anger Russia. There's his tweet. The information that Obama received involved the Kremlin building networks and making connections so they could disrupt the U.S. political system. It is only reasonable to ask that if Obama knew about this threat, why didn't he do or say anything about it? Politico originally broke this story when they stated that Obama received multiple warnings and indicators that there was Russian interference going on between the years of 2014 to 2016. This was clearly something the former president was aware of during the last 2 years of his presidency. There were even quotes taken from the Russian source that said things such as, "You have no idea how extensive these networks are in Europe. And in the U.S., Russia has penetrated media organizations, lobbying firms, political parties, governments, and militaries in all of these places." The report came from the National Security Council in the spring of 2014, so there was plenty of time to take action. Officials in various national security agencies remarked that the Obama administration was overly cautious and did not do enough to alert Russia that the U.S. was aware of its intentions to disrupt and subvert the American political system. One possible reason Obama didn't say anything was if he didn't want to ruin someone else's plan, perhaps his Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton. The New York Times reported that in 2013, Hillary Clinton worked closely with Vladimir Putin to secure uranium in Canada, as well as 20% of the U.S.'s uranium. The deal eventually became known as the Uranium One deal. At the end of the negotiations, Russia donated millions of dollars to the Clinton Foundation, which is strange in and of itself. When you consider that this all happened less than a year from when Obama first got news that Russia was interfering with our government, the connection seems obvious. Obama knew that the Russians were interfering in our government back in 2014. In 2013, Hillary Clinton worked closely with Vladimir Putin to secure uranium in Canada. These ties to Russia are troubling. Should the government reopen the investigation into Hillary's emails? The Russians were dealing with Hillary Clinton long before now President Trump ever hit the campaign trail. Now, President Trump has something to go on. There is cause for an investigation into people with close ties to Russia, including significant people on that list like Hillary Clinton. The president stated on the campaign trail that he would start an investigation into Hillary Clinton and her email scandal. Perhaps the emails showed her close ties to Russia, and that is why they were destroyed. Hopefully, President Trump launches an investigation and the American people can finally get the truth. So what this is basically saying, who had the ties to Russia was Hillary Clinton. And they actually, listen, I don't go with all the Russian collusion thing because the American people were sick and tired of the Democrats and what they stood for. And you can see the results, the disgraceful actions of the left, is totally disgraceful. But at the same time, who would Russia prefer? If they were getting these uranium deals through Hillary Clinton by donating to her foundation, of course, Russia would have preferred Hillary instead of Trump. You see where I'm going with this? So it all boils down to Clinton was the one who had the Russian ties. Why is it not spoken of in the mainstream media except on Fox Business about the uranium deal? People are so unaware, the left is so unaware of the true facts, and they're being played big time. Actually, we are actually falling into this category also, that we're fighting. No, step back and let them do what they want there. We're going to, with the news, with our social media, spread the word, let it get out there, and basically put an end to this garbage, because this is getting sickening at this point. But again, they don't want this being known. They're screaming about Trump being tied to Russia. It was Hillary that was tied to Russia. And it's a disgrace that the media is spewing this garbage out to the dumb people that are listening to them about Trump being involved with the Russians. Total insanity. Let me know what you guys think.